keep them close to you.
Okay. My name is Angie, and today I would like to talk to you about Alport Syndrome. What is it, and what it is that we can do to help. So, there we go. Sorry. This little guy is my son. He is going to be 9 in 3 weeks. His name is Jace, and he has Alport Syndrome. Of course, you can't tell. It's something that is apparently on the inside. But he is just like any other boy. He wants a dirt bike for his birthday, and he will get a dirt bike for his birthday. He is our little scoutmaster. He loves to do all kinds of camping. He runs in the woods. He's digging for worms. He loves to fish. He is just like any other little boy that you see running around. So what exactly is Alport Syndrome? It is a genetic kidney disease that is passed down, and it affects your hearing and your eyesight as well. Essentially, it is thinning of the membranes. Your kidneys are made, or they have filters on them, and the best way to explain that is the same way that the doctor explained it to us. If you were to look at your t-shirt or your shirt is nicely woven tight. Well, anyone that has Alport Syndrome, their filters or their membranes are more like a crochet blanket. They are loopy, they are holey, and so they don't do what they're supposed to do. And again, your ears and your eyes are made of membranes, and so they don't work as well either. Eventually, he'll have to have a kidney transplant. He will have to have hearing aids, and he possibly will have to wear glasses. So it is estimated that 1 in 5,000 people suffer from this disease, which is interesting to me because it's not very commonly heard. It's not a typical disease that you hear about. And this typically affects 80% of boys and 20% in girls. So this next chart here can give you a good demonstration of how it affected me because I am a carrier. And the way I explain this will make more sense. And followed by this, you will see a slide of basically the genealogy of how it has come down the pikes. So females have 2 X chromosomes, males have an X and a Y. Therefore, a male will always pass along an X to his daughter, which is me, and a Y to his sons. Because of this, the daughter of a male Alport Syndrome sufferer will always inherit this disease, which has the X chromosome, and the son of such a man will never inherit this disease. Because the son gets the Y from the dad. So moving on to the next slide, this is an example of my family tree of how it has been passed down. My dad, Terry, he suffered from this. And had to have a kidney transplant when he was 29. Up until then, we had no idea that there were any issues in our family. And once they did all of the testing, that's how we figured out exactly what it was and how it was passed down. So in this demonstration, you can see me here, and then again how it's passed down to my son. My dad has 2 brothers that are not affected. They do not have any issues whatsoever, except for his sister. She was a carrier. She has 3 sons, and all 3 of her sons have this kidney disease. So it's very prominent. Once it's in your family and in your genetics, it's very prominent, which is a good explanation of how it affects 1 in 5,000 people. So what is the latest in research? If you look at this date on here, this is just 10 days ago that this was posted. This doctor out of Massachusetts General Hospital, his name is Dr. Harold Ott, they were able to create a lab-grown kidney and put it into a rat, and it functions just like a normal human kidney. So our hope and our wishes is that they can produce this and make it work for human kidneys, not just for the animals that they are testing them on. The amazing thing is that it does filter and it does produce the urine just like a normal kidney does. We do have a local doctor here that is working on doing his own genetic testing, and I'm sure that you may have heard of him, Dr. Anthony Atala. He is doing some amazing work. He has produced this printer to where they are taking the cells from individuals and they are printing kidneys. Except for he is not even as far as this gentleman. They're able to print the kidneys, but they are not functional yet. They are the size, but they are not functioning. So this to just read this quote from this doctor. If this technology can be scaled to human-sized grafts, patients suffering from renal failure who currently are waiting for kidney or donor kidneys could theoretically receive an organ grown on demand. That would be amazing. This next slide, there are 18,000 kidney transplants that are performed in a year. There are over 118 Americans waiting for an organ. That's all organs. On the current wait list for organs, you can see how many more people are waiting on kidneys. It's astronomical. I mean, the percentages of that carried over to the other main organs that are there, it's amazing. So if you look at that number, 96,000 are waiting, and they're only performing 18,000, there are a lot of individuals waiting on kidneys. So moving forward, Alport Syndrome Foundation of USA, this has been my link to all of my knowledge. They have been wonderful. This is their slogan or their mission and vision that they like to go by, and they have just been such a great community partner for myself. They have helped make awareness about this particular disease, and they try and help get local events so that way there is more information about this, as well as fundraisers. And there have been many 5K races that people have done. There are golf tournaments that are done. Just all kinds of great things are going on with this particular foundation. I'm extremely happy, and I have this, I can't even explain it. This next picture, this next slide, you will see my heart come out in this. But unlike some of the other known diseases that are out there, such as breast cancer, today I went out and I Googled Alport Syndrome items. There is nothing, not one piece of anything out there that has any kind of recognition for Alport Syndrome. So my friend from high school, she was one of my bridesmaids. She makes jewelry, and she has designed this jewelry, and it is going to be available on the Alport Syndrome Foundation website within the next week. And she is selling it and giving the majority of the proceeds back to the foundation. And I think the people or the families of individuals that have this particular disease will latch on and just be so excited to have something, because not only does it bring awareness to Alport Syndrome, but they can have it personalized for their specific child or children. One of the things that we wanted to make sure is the large pendant here that I'm actually wearing today. We made sure that we could put 3 names on it, especially since my aunt has 3 sons that are affected. That was one of the things I wanted to make sure that it could touch more than just one child versus having to purchase multiple pieces. So if it lays on your heart, we would love for you to go out and visit the website within the next couple of weeks and see what she has out there to offer. And I just appreciate your time to let me tell you about Alport Syndrome. Thank you. How long was that?